Good afternoon, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Kristle Shanell Show. I am so excited. I have my guest in the studio with me. Say hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm awesome.
Good. And actually, her name is Stephanie McSwine.
Yes.
Awesome. I am super excited for having you as my guest on today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit and just talk with me.
Right.
Okay. So I just want to just start off asking, tell the listeners your story. Tell us your testimony.
Okay. Well, I have three children.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're 25, 16, and 13.
Okay.
My journey started a little different than the average. Okay. So for the past 17 years, I was a stay-at-home mom, housewife.
Mm-hmm.
About 10 years into it, I felt like something was missing in my life. You know, although I was a stay-at-home mom, I also homeschooled all three of my children.
Oh, wow.
Yes, my oldest, he was homeschooled from the 3rd to the 8th grade. He went back in 8th grade. My daughter, she just went back in the 9th grade. And my son, I still homeschool him now. So at that time in my life, you know, I had devoted 100% of my time, my effort. My life was totally towards my family.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow along that passage, I forgot about Stephanie.
Wow.
You know, Stephanie didn't have an outlook. She didn't have an outlet, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
that she was able to find peace and excitement for herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a thrifter. I found a running stroller at a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, my son was around probably 4, 5.
Okay.
And just to get out the house, because at that time, I lived in Stone Mountain. I didn't go outside a 10-mile radius of my home.
Why?
I don't know. It's just when you get lost, you know, in your life, and you just out of fear, you know, you look for support from your spouse. I was married at the time, and you don't think you're capable of doing anything outside of that box. So,
and I understand that because I can truly say that I was there once as well. Never really left my house.
Right.
Other than church and grocery store and the basic things. And even with my doctors.
Right.
I would even make sure that they're like 5 miles, you know.
Nothing was far.
Right.
You get so totally dependent of your spouse.
Right.
And not even knowing that that's what you're doing, because you actually feel like you're in control.
Right.
Because I took care of the finances. I took care of everything. I ran my home like a ship.
Wow.
Everything fell in place. So I didn't. I went to my son's school, activities at high school in Stone Mountain High. My daughter was in Tucker for gymnastics, grocery store. Everything was there. I rarely went outside of that.
Right.
And when I did, I was totally nervous, shaking. When I got on 285, you can feel the excitement in my body.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. You don't know that until you do start
venture out.
And you know, okay, and then you come back in. So at that time, you know, just a way to get out of the house. Stone Mountain Park is 10 minutes from my home, and because you don't want to venture out in your neighborhood because you don't know about the dogs and you know, it could be unsafe.
Right.
So Stone Mountain Park was a safe haven for me to go, and me and my son went up there.
I love that park.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scenery. So we just accidentally started this journey. We started off walking. I would push him around in the stroller, and I was so excited and fascinated at all the women and men who were taking charge of their lives and activating their healthy lifestyle. And although I wasn't an heavy set lady, for my stature, I'm small, 5'1". And looking back, I wasn't at my best.
Okay.
And if I hadn't made changes, it could have been a different outlook.
That's
because
true.
if you look at my pictures now compared to 10 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, I have almost stopped the aging process. I look younger now than I did.
Wonderful.
I look totally different now. It's crazy.
You look wonderful.
And so I was, and I like a challenge. So I'm like, okay, let me just run to the garbage can. And slowly I started pushing myself
to
do a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And I started just feeling empowered out there, and although my son was with me, he had his own little world in the stroller playing, and he even encouraged me, my youngest. He was like, Mama, go faster, because he was like past them, and he would yell out his stroller, my mom's going faster than you, and he would pull me. So it was actually fun. So he made me go faster, and so I fell in love with running. So it was just to get out of the house.
Now, how old was he at the time?
He might have been, I say 5.
These kids are so smart.
Yes.
My son, he likes to manipulate me. He'll tell me, Mama, you should go for a walk. In reality, he wants to go outside and ride his bicycle.
Right.
But he'll say, Mama, you need to go for a walk. Can I take my bike? So automatically when he say that, I know that he wants to just go outside and have a good time. So it's just amazing. But that's awesome.
Yeah, so unbeknownst to me, it just turned into something. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even own a pair of tennis shoes. Wow. I mean, I'm a heel kind of woman.
Yes.
I wear heels everywhere because I'm short, and short women like to wear heels.
Right.
So I never owned a pair of tennis shoes. So I was forced to get tennis shoes. And so now, I'm running. I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying this. I'm feeling free out there. I'm not worried about nothing at that particular moment. And so that's what got me started. That freedom. So eventually he stayed at home, and then I took it to the next level. I started running. My goal was to run completely around the mountain, which is 5 miles.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity? I know you've climbed it several times.
Climbing it, I didn't get into the climbing. Have
you ever climbed
it? Oh, yes, I've
okay.
climbed it, but I prefer to run around. It was more challenging to me.
Okay.
It's a beast. I always call Stone Mountain a beast.
It is.
And if you can conquer Stone Mountain Park, you are a runner.
I climbed that mountain once, and oh my God, I don't think I've ever been back since. But the park is phenomenal, but it's just I know, like, the condition that I'm in now, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, it's steps. It's a process.
Baby
steps. And I took steps to get where I am. So my goal first would be to run a complete mile without stopping. That's a challenge by itself.
That's right.
So you just you add more challenges to yourself. Where it took me a year to completely run the mountain.
Okay.
And I can remember like it was yesterday. I was so excited. I called my mom, who lives in Memphis, and I was like, "Guess what?" I was just so excited. She's like, "What?" She got scared. I'm like, "I completely ran around the mountain." She thought I was, had lost. She was like, "Okay," but that was because when you're a stay-at-home mom, when you're you don't get rewards. You don't get bonuses for being a good mom. You don't get confirmation that you're a good mother. Of course, they tell you, good job sometimes, but you don't get most people in the job. They get a certificate. So to me, that was something that gave me, empowered me.
Gotcha.
It uplifted me. It made me feel like, okay, you can do something other than just be a mom and a wife. And at that time, that's all I was. My career. I had sacrificed my career to be at home, in which I don't regret because I have wonderful children, and I believe that staying at home provided them the necessary tools to be successful and be able to adapt to this world, because it's different now.
And I thought about homeschooling my son last year because of so many difficulties that I was experiencing. My son has chronic asthma and chronic bronchitis and allergies and eczema, so he's sick a lot.
Right.
So, we were just having issues back and forth with school, so I was like, okay, I'm going to homeschool him. But oh my God, when I really started digging for what I needed to do, the process, it was stressful immediately for me, and I knew it was going to be like so much responsibility on myself. So let me just ask you, how did you do it?
Well, I always say, I go back to my oldest. He's 25. He's soon be 26. He was my guinea pig.
Gotcha.
I started with him, like I said. He started kindergarten, and then he went to his first grade year. He went to a Muslim school, which still was a small setting.
Okay.
Maybe 8 students in class. And so I got married, and we moved to Mississippi, and I put him in school. And oh my gosh, it was disastrous for him, you know, because he was so used to structure. Okay. You know, the school he was in, very structural. It was almost like the teacher was like a mom, you know, and they didn't play around. And say, for instance, if he raised his hand to go to the restroom, the teacher was like, just go. So it was totally different than what he was used to. A little bit of freedom. And it was hard for him to adapt to the setting. And so I was always in the office. And I'm like, okay, because at that time I had my daughter. I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay. And I'm like, you know what? What better teacher than the mother? I feel like, you know, I love my child. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure he's successful. Although I love teachers, they don't have the connection that I have with my child. Yes. So I'm not going to steer him the wrong way. I'm going to do whatever. If I don't have the information, I'm going to find the information. And like I said, not because my mother's a teacher, my grandmother's a teacher. I love teachers, but I just felt that I had that authority and I had that power and I had that control to teach my son. And that's exactly what I did. At that time, they didn't even have, it's easier now. It's much easier because my youngest, they're in virtual school. Okay. But I did strictly traditional. I had to go get the information. I had to go get the books and tools, and I had to teach him. And you second guess yourself. You wonder, are you giving him everything
the right education?
But he got both. He got how to communicate with adults, how to go in the office and present himself, you know. And he was talking to me all day, so he was on a much higher level because when most students are in school, who do they talk to every day? Their peers. They pick up all these, you know, habits. They're not always good, and they're not always bad, but they pick up things from their peers where he's communicating with me. He was able to communicate on adult level, you know, and so my children had that advantage more so than children that go to brick and mortar school.
And I know when I was doing my research on last year, my concern was, okay, how is he going to get this social life? You know, and I thought about it. I said, well, okay, I go to the gym, so he'll definitely get it there. Right. But for your kids, did they get a lot of social? Were they able to go in and join with the other kids at different groups and stuff like that?
That was very important to me and my ex at the time, is making sure they were able to adapt to society, because I didn't want them to be sheltered to the point that they couldn't function day to day when they're not around me. So my oldest, he was a martial artist. He did taekwondo for years. He ended up from 3 to 16. He was got up to a probationary black belt. So I always put my children in activities where they were able to blend in with everyday children. And my daughter, she's a gymnast. She's a level 10 gymnast. So she has that interaction, and she's now back in school. Now the youngest, he's not in school. I'm gonna merge him next year. Because I always give them a year to settle before high school so they can adapt to everything. But he will go enter school, but he does soccer. So he's always been involved in some type of activity where he can interact with children and camps. So you have to and find the means. Right. You know, you have to find the means, and it's
to get them involved.
Exactly. It's a sacrifice.
Yes.
And there's expenses that have to be, because we weren't in the school. We had to incur a lot of expenses. That's right. You know, and my children picked, to me, the most expensive sports that there could possibly be. Son of martial artist, we traveling all over the world. Okay, my daughter's a gymnast. We're traveling all over the world. Now soon be my son's a soccer player. We're going to be traveling all over the world.
And that's good that you brought that up, because one of my questions that I was going to ask you was, you know, do you work out with your kids and things of that nature?
Oh my gosh, no, I don't.
Really?
They can't help it.
Okay.
They
because I pay attention to some of your videos on Facebook, and I'm just like, what in the world is this?
It's crazy, because when I ran, but you know what? The beauty part of that is that I didn't want them to work out with me. That was my place to go away and have that time to myself, because I was with them all 24/7.
Right.
And so when they go to their practices, that's their time away from mom, because they were with me all the time. So I feel like that was my time. So no, they don't. Wow. They don't work out with me. My son, he videotapes me all the time.
Okay, so that's your photographer, your videographer. Okay.
Yeah,
because I was wondering.
That's his part.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's his part.
That's awesome. Well, I definitely want to say to the listening audience, we would like for you to press 1 if you have any questions or if you have any comments for Miss Stephanie. She'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you, or whatever you have on your mind that you want to say. Just please feel free to press 1 at any time, and you can speak with Miss Stephanie or myself in the studio. Just want to give a shout out to my girlfriend April. Hi, sweetheart. I see you joined us. So thank you so much for tuning in with us on this evening. If you have any questions or concerns, press 1, and we'll make sure you get into the studio. At this time, we're just going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for you to hear more with Miss Stephanie. This show is about fitness. Get fit. Alrighty, you guys. That is Calandra Gant, and that is I Worship. That's what we were listening to. Hope you enjoyed the song. Stephanie, I have a couple of questions for you. Okay. I know that, of course, you're a personal trainer. Mm-hmm. You have Get Fit parties. Mm-hmm. Tell us, I haven't been to one of your parties just yet, but I will attend soon.
Okay.
So that I can get fit, of course.
Okay.
But tell the listening audience about your parties. I mean, what happens at your parties?
Okay. Well, actually, they're a fitness class.
Okay.
Just like a boot camp. Well, to me, boot camp sounds so.
Yeah. Because I'm not coming.
Nobody's coming to a boot camp. It's like, comeback boots.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
I'm not coming.
It's the name alone.
It's scary. Mm-hmm.
It's scary. It's like army,
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, okay, to me,
mm-hmm.
working out is like a party.
Right.
The right music would take me to another place.
Yes.
And so when you come to my Get Fit parties, that's exactly what it is. It's a party, but we're working out, we're having fun, we're laughing,
mm-hmm.
the playlist has to be on point.
Right.
Because, like I said, the music is important because
right.
the music pulls out of you more.
That's true.
And that's what I want people to feel like when they come to my fitness class.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, because I like reggae music. Do you have reggae music at your Get Fit parties?
I have one song. I'm not I have a song.
Okay.
I don't know if it's reggae, but it has that
reggae
feel.
Okay.
But I have a assortment of music. I mean, we got Dougie.
Okay.
We have, and I have the new
fun stuff.
I have, what's that? More Money.
Okay.
Piggy.
What about that cha-cha song?
Nah,
not that one.
No, the cha-cha. Not really.
Not really. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, but I have an assortment of music that all ages would feel the music.
Okay. So what's the prices for the Get Fit?
The Get Fit prices are $10 a session.
Okay.
And then I also just started a Get Fit toning class, which that's more for strength training.
Okay.
The Get Fit part is a more cardio.
Okay.
And it's more a routine.
Okay.
We go through different easy basic exercises, but to a faster beat. And you go up and down. There's different exercises that I've coordinated where your heart rate go up, you can bring it down, you can slow it up, in fact speed it up. But the circuit party, the Get Fit toning class is more stations.
Okay.
And we go hard.
Okay.
1 minute at each station. And I'll incorporate different.
I'm listening because I'm trying to make sure I'm coming down.
That's when I could really go down. It's more, and it depends on your level.
Okay.
Now, if I got somebody in there who's really working out, we're going to take it. We're going to go.
Right.
But then I can tone it down.
Okay.
And sometimes I do zone out.
You're going to have to
and
tone it
somebody
down.
had to pull me. They're like, Stephanie, because I'll be counting it. And they're like, I say, we doing 20 of these. In my mind, we at 30. Like, and literally they're standing there watching me go. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a moment.
Right.
And because I get so, working out just takes me to a whole nother place. It's crazy.
I can imagine.
It does.
Right.
And so that's the circuit classes. They have different stations, and it's just different exercise that work different parts of the body.
Okay.
Because I like full body exercise.
Okay.
I like to get in. I might do one thing all day.
Okay.
But I know it's working my body.
Now, is it for an hour, 2 hours?
It's an hour session.
The
circuit, the toning class, we go so hard. I stop at 30 because 1 minute of just going, 2 seconds rest is high intense.
Okay.
So we don't go as long with that class.
When people come to the class, can they pay at the location?
Yes.
Or should they pay online?
I have both.
Okay.
Some people don't like to do the
online.
It's because it is very difficult. I mean, I'm older and I don't have the patience for it, but I do have that available for people who are able to do that.
Yes,
But you can register in person.
Okay.
Because actually, my son Sabir, the youngest, he's had a registration.
I know that's right.
I'm keeping it in the family, So he's the registration person.
Awesome.
And my children are involved.
Very helpful,
very involved. My daughter, if she's there, and she will actually work out with us and help the class go.
Now, once upon a time, I was a cheerleader from, middle school on up. And I miss that life. I really do. I know it's not too late.
It's not too late.
I know it's not too late. And I'm going to have to ask you to help me.
Yes,
because,
it's going to require full dedication.
Absolutely.
When we're over, women don't realize when you're over 40, everything slows down.
When you're over 30.
Well,
because I'll be 35 in December, and I'm just like, some things ain't working properly no more.
It's harder because you start having children, and your life is so hectic. You have, taking children here. You're so busy involved in your family, whether you're single or whether you're married. You forget yourself. It's hard to
really do
get in a workout. So that's my story. I work out at home. I don't have time to go to the gym. It works better for me at home. And I understand people, but you have to be really dedicated to be able to do it at home.
Yeah.
But it's just
you find
it's
so many
easier.
different things to do at home that you're distracted.
But you incorporate it into your daily work. Like if I'm at home, I instead of putting house clothes on or like a lounge on, I put my workout clothes on.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I do. So when I go downstairs, I have chin-up bars all through my house. Okay. My house is like a gym. I have tools everywhere. I have my yoga mat. So when I go downstairs, I might hit the floor and do 10 V-ups. Okay. Go and wash dishes. Okay. And go. So I force myself.
So for people that don't know what V-ups is, can you let us?
You lay on your back, and you actually, as you lift up to touch your toes, that's a V-up. It's a V shape. So you flat to V, and you try to reach up your toes and go back to your like maybe 6 inches off the floor. Okay. It's a hard process, but there's baby steps. You know, even with chin-ups, people ask me, how did you get to, because I could do maybe 20. Or if I push myself, I can do more. But it's a process. You know, you can't do what I do, but if you can do one, that's a start. That's true. You know, it's a process. You know, I didn't this didn't happen overnight. This has been a journey for me for the past 8 years. But even in the beginning, when I first started at 40, I started running. I stopped every year, even running. I stopped. You know, it was hard. I had to solely commit myself to I'm gonna stay active, because then I started looking at my children. You know, I'm 48. My youngest is 13.
Wow, you guys hear that? 48 years old. And for my people that are actually tuning in with us on Periscope, does she look like she's 48? Absolutely not. But she looks wonderful.
I have to work at it. But my children motivate me, because, like I said, I have my youngest is 13, and I want to be around healthy
for a long
and strong.
Time.
I don't want to be around being a burden to them. I want to be able to enjoy his graduation from high school, college, his first child, his wedding. I want to be active, involved, and even my grandchildren. Right. Because the thing about it, it's a generation thing.
That's true.
And it starts with me. You know, they see mom being active and healthy. They're only forced to incorporate it in their lives. So if I'm not active, that's what they're going to see. So they're going to take it on to the next generation. Right. And it's just going to be a spiral effect. And you want to change. You have to change the generations. You have to do something different, you know. And I want my children to be successful. I want them to be healthy and strong. I want them to be around for a long time. I don't want them pushing. And even if they put me in an old folks home, at least I'd be there, having a class in an old folks home. They can come visit, get fit with Muscle Mom.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to take a commercial break, you guys, because I don't know what happened to the lights in here, but it just went off. So of course me and Stephanie looked at each other like, okay, what happened? But we're going to just take a commercial break so that I can get up and turn the lights back on. That was weird. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please press 1. Stephanie would love to hear from you, okay? One moment. Hey, Periscope. I'm not sure what happened. right, you guys, we are back, and the funny thing happened was the lights jumped back on as soon as I stood up. So anyway, Stephanie, let me ask you, for your personal training, what's the cost for personal training?
My sessions for PT is normally $25 an hour.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
I don't
think so. That's really reasonable.
That's very cheap.
Honey, I'm going to have to definitely use you, because a lot of times you ask somebody, okay, what's your cost for personal training? And they're like, $85, $100. Like, who can really do that?
You can't.
You know,
it's impossible.
Unless you're rich, you know, but I'm a single parent with one income and a couple of in-home based businesses, but still I have to be mindful of my spending, you know?
Exactly. And that's important.
Yeah.
This is not something, I'm not trying to get rich by this. This is something that, you know, I feel like it's my passion that turned into a purpose. All of this is, me sitting here is all by God's grace. I would have never even imagined actually having a radio interview, because, you know, you just don't think that it's possible, you know.
Now, what makes you say that?
Well,
because all things are possible.
Yes, but you know, when you have issues that you deal with mentally, emotionally, from childhood, from adulthood, when you lose yourself, you lose who you're being. You start second guessing yourself and thinking that things are impossible when they are possible.
And that's very, very true. And I think you know, it's important for us to change our mindset.
Exactly.
Because that's important. I mean, it plays.
It's so important. That's I don't know if you know, I'm divorced. 17-year marriage.
17 years.
Yeah.
My God.
Yes, but you know what? We have 2 beautiful children, and I don't regret anything that took place in my life. But you know, sometimes things don't work, and you know, you grow apart, and you wake up one day and realize, you know, who are you? And that's what happened to me. And then when I started finding myself, that's, you know, people not understanding. You have to do things for yourself. So working out was my outlook, you know, and I found joy and peace and empowerment in it, and it helped me to love myself, because, you know, we have some deep issues.
Absolutely.
that, you know,
absolutely,
that need to come out. And I think that's one reason why I like to share my stories, because a lot of women keep stuff within. When
that's
you
true.
Really heal it, when you share it, it's healing. And it's healing for me.
And people don't realize, you know, all the things that you hold inside can cause sicknesses and diseases. And I am trying to definitely work in that area and just release some things, because
you have to, because
it's amazing how it affects your body.
Changing, you know, and until you find that peace, like I'm actually 40 years at my best self. And why did it have to take this long?
Right.
You know.
Right.
A lot of years are gone that I can't bring back.
Right.
So you choose now. Okay, I don't know how many years I got coming left, but I'm going to take advantage of each day, each hour, each second, each minute, each year to be my best self. Not only for myself, but for my family and my children. Because if they see me at my best, I can only imagine the process it is for them to be their best. You know. So yeah.
So let me ask you, for the personal training, we do the cost is $25 an hour. What days? The weekend, weekday?
Weekends are better for me. I coach gymnastics, so I coach gymnastics, and that's my bread and butter. But the weekends are better for me. And actually, I do it out of my home. I have pretty much everything in my home. And a lot of stuff, you know, is people don't realize you don't even need much to get your body in shape.
So let me ask you, because my targeted area that I know I need to work on, I need to work on everything, of course, but it's my stomach. So I guess maybe just give me some pointers on.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's the first
what I need to do.
That
and
women say is
and
they
I don't
want
to lose everything else, because I ain't got much of everything else. So it's like if I can just get rid of that stomach without doing a tummy tuck.
If you work out, it's everything's going to melt.
Right.
You know? But the thing about it with working out, you can't really target on a certain area.
Okay.
To me, working out should just make you feel good. After you finish working out, it's a stress release.
Right. It really is.
And if you work out and you put the time in, you would benefit from it. I mean, I didn't go out working out to get the body that I have now.
Right.
It happened.
Right.
It happened. It was, like I said, it was a stress relief. I'm going through a divorce, separation, and it helped me get through probably the worst point in my life. So that was my outlook. But honestly, people don't really want to. The abs, the stomach area, is diet. You can't steer away from that. I'm sorry. I had to say
Periscope.
I'm sorry, but it's the diet.
God.
It's 95% is your diet.
Help me, Jesus.
And the thing about the diet, and it's not. I eat. I just certain things that I don't eat.
Right.
I choose not to eat. Because of religious belief. I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. I hadn't had that in 26 years.
My God.
I never consumed alcohol. That was a choice.
Really?
No, I never. I know. I'm
green. I can say the same thing, but oh my God.
I know. Never smoked. So
that's good.
And
that's why you look as good as you do.
And I think so because, like I said, for the past before working out, my body didn't look like how I ate because I always ate correctly. I never. But you have to put the two together.
Right.
And even with the abs, and when you change the way you think about food, that's key. You have to eat to live and not to eat.
Eat to die. Oh my God.
And so I don't view food like everybody else. I this is my temple. And I think that
that's so important.
I thank God, for my body and the strength that He's given me to do all the things that I do. And I think we always say, we want to thank God and we do all that, but how you thank Him is you take care of your body.
Right.
That's how you do your part.
Right.
He didn't mess up when He created us.
He didn't. We messed it up.
We contaminate our bodies. But when the baby comes out, that baby is pure. Along that journey of aging, we change that process. Right. A lot of things can be prevented. I think that there's some things that I can't prevent. The cancers. A little bit, but some things is genetic. Yeah. Some things that you can accident. Some things you just can't prevent, but you should do your part to live a healthy lifestyle. That's true. I chose to do my part in making sure that I take care of my temple, and I don't put anything in it that's going to contaminate it. Wow. And I just view. I think my body is like a car. You got a Maserati. You're not going to go put Seco gas in it. Right. You ain't going to do that. Right. You're going to put the top of the line gas in. So you should see your body as the same thing. That's true. You should give it the best. Only put in the best vegetables. I don't eat processed food. I don't eat fried foods. So if you want to change this area, you got to start in the kitchen. My God. Okay. That's the first step. Got to push away from the table. Right. And just eat the best.
And the thing is, it's more so the bread, the pasta, and the sweets. If I can stay away from that, I've lost weight several times. The last time I lost weight, let me see, I lost 40 pounds. And that was right after I had my miscarriage. Okay. And that weight came off, but of course I went to a holistic doctor, Miss Gail Ravello, which is in Roswell, Georgia. So she helped me through the process. I mean, I did foot detox and sitting in the sauna and all that good jazz. And now I come to the gym at Lifetime. Shout out to my gym. But I come to Lifetime and I sit in the sauna, the steam room, and the jacuzzi. Every blue moon, you'll see me upstairs until it's time for my radio show. That's when I'm upstairs. Okay. But I'll go, but I love walking. Right. So for me, I'll go on the treadmill and walk. But anything else, for the most part, I don't mess with anything else. Right. And then, but when it's springtime and summertime, I love to walk outside. That's my favorite, just walking outside. But when it's cold, oh no, you won't ever catch me outside walking outside in the cold. You know,
that's what most people stop, and that's what happened to me the first 4 years. I was inconsistent in my running because I didn't like the cold. So
yeah,
then,
I hate the cold.
When I decided to do my marathon, I knew that I did a fall marathon. Yes, I am a marathoner. Yes, awesome. I am 26.2.
Awesome.
Yeah. So when I decided to do my marathon, because I had ran races all throughout the Atlanta area for a couple of years, and you just had to do the ultimate race.
Right.
And so when I decided to do the marathon in January, I knew I wasn't going to be running.
Right.
Because I don't run outside. So what I did, I said, okay, I'm going to work out at home. So that's when I started. I found a chin-up bar, and I had found 12-pound weights, and I worked out right in my home, and I changed my body.
What's chin-up bar?
Chin-up bar is the pull-up bar that you can attach to your doorway.
Forget about it. I need to drop 100 pounds before I can do that.
But that's how I got started, and I actually within months transformed my body. Just strictly body weight, push-ups, mountain climb, just basic stuff that I did at home. And I kept a journal. And I still have the journal for my day.
A workout journal or eating journal?
See, my food wasn't a problem.
Wasn't a problem. It was the workout.
Some people you need both.
Yeah, that's
but for me, I didn't have a problem with food, so that wasn't my problem. It was just being consistent in working out. So what I did, I would start. I have January 1st. That was my day. I started my journal, and each day I would write down my workouts. Now, say for instance, January 5th, I've notated my workout, but my next entry was January 10th. And so I'm looking at that.
5 days.
So you got proof, girl. You ain't did nothing in 5 days.
Right.
So that's what helped me. It's mental, because it's not a matter. It's a mental thing.
Yes.
So seeing it visually. I'm a visual person.
Okay.
I knew, I got to get busy. So now, and this is actually my workout journal. And so you'll see November 10th, November 11th.
Wow.
We got the 12th. I skipped 13th. And I had a gift party the 14th.
Okay.
So this held me accountable. And I have about 3 or 4 of these from when I started about 2013. I have a couple of these. And I just write down everything. And it just made me see what I was doing.
Okay.
And then how many. And it pushes me. So my first journal, I only did maybe 2 chin-ups. And I could see my strength as it continued.
Okay.
So this held me accountable for working out. You know, it's something. And what happened is I would post this.
Okay.
So that's how Muscle Mom started.
That was my next question.
Yeah. That's so for about a year before Muscle Mom anniversary is next month. So about 2 years, I posted like my journals.
Okay. And
people would chime in. Girl, you crazy. That's a lie. But it was, and so they actually challenged me and pulled me to do more, and that's how. And so, going through the year, I ended up getting divorced. Felt relief, and my life was at a point where I could do me. So, Muscle Mom, I had asked to be featured in a magazine. So things were just happening. Just happening, just crazy. Yes, right after my divorce, things started happening.
Wow. It's amazing what happens when you separate yourself from people that are toxic,
Yes. And I wouldn't say he was toxic. I think we grew apart, and I think that he didn't understand my journey.
Gotcha.
And was willing to just sit back and just let me do what I needed to do. And just work out was my thing. And some people, they don't understand when you really find something that you love, you're going in hard.
That's right.
And not knowing me, I mean, I probably could have slowed down a little bit and understood his part, but I had gave up so much for so many years. I'm like, I can't slow down. I mean, I found something here.
Right.
And,
keep going.
I got to keep going, or I know me, I lose it. So I couldn't sit back and wait for him to understand.
Gotcha.
And
so let me ask you, why do you call yourself Muscle Mom? Who did you give yourself this name, Muscle Mom?
No, I didn't.
Because it's funny when I went to an event or something, and somebody was like, "Oh, that's Muscle Mom," and I'm like, really?
They actually?
Yeah.
I know. I go out. People's like, "Hi, Muscle Mom." I'm like, and I didn't even realize people knew me.
Yeah, but it's a catchy name, so I like it though. I really like it.
Okay. So when I did my feature story, when I was asked to do the feature story, I had to take some photography shots for my magazine. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to my photographer, Janae. Give a shout out to Janae. Excellent photographer. Okay. And so we were just talking. She was like, after these pictures, then what?
Okay.
I said, I don't know. She said, so when you post these pictures in this magazine, you need something that people can go to see.
Gotcha.
I thank her for that because I probably wouldn't even imagine. So I decided to do a page, and then my son is my oldest, Archie. He came in and he started coming up with names. Mm-hmm. He would call me Musclehead. No, Knucklehead. Musclehead. I think it was Musclehead because he's thinking I got a big head, small body. Even your oldest, your children, there's something else. So he threw out Muscle Mom, and I'm like, okay, you trying to be funny? He's like, no. So we went back and forth for a while, and I'm like, okay. So we had a serious conversation. He's like, Mom, your journey is because of you being a mom. Right. You did this being a mom, and you have to have mom attached to it. Mm-hmm. It's a must because, you're helping the women who, dedicate their lives to their children, their families, and they need to know that it's okay to take time for yourself. Right. To give that 2 minutes,
And how old was he at the time?
Oh, it's my oldest. He was 25.
Okay.
And so he's the one that came up with Muscle Mom. And I thought about it, and
that's awesome.
And I'm like, you know what? It does ring.
Yeah,
I do have muscles. He's like, you got muscles.
And you're a mom.
And I'm a mom. I'm like, okay. They do me so wrong because I went to the mall. I have to tell the story. I went to the mall the other day for my son's birthday. Just thought I was just fly. Picked my daughter from school, and she's like, Mama, your pants. I had ripped my pants.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay. Girl, I took my sweater off. Thank God it was hot today. Had a tank out, tied around me. So I met my son, oldest, in the mall. And he was like, yeah, if you stop working out so much, you wouldn't bust out your pants. So I'm like, they do me so wrong. But it's okay. They love me.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome. Let me ask, do you have one of these little things, y'all? You see Periscope, my Fitbit? And I really just use it, to be honest. So when I come to the gym,
that's the first time I've ever seen it up close.
And I sit in the sauna and the steam room and the jacuzzi, I just want to, keep up with my time on how long I'm in there. So that's really the only reason why I use it. But a lot of people love that Fitbit, and I like it because it counts your calories and the time and your steps and the miles, and it also the incline. And then also it keeps, like when you're sleeping at night, like it all the tossing and turning, it tracks all of that.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
It's a lot. It's a lot. To me, that's all good, but when it's a part of your lifestyle, it's
need
just
that.
Natural. It's like brushing your teeth.
Right.
To me, working out is like brushing my teeth. If I don't go, I couldn't come here and not have brushed my teeth.
Right. And I did the same thing.
You can't. It's part of your. So it's a part of my lifestyle.
Right.
I have to do something. I have to do something. I could be washing dishes and doing calf raises. I just. And that's just me. But some people need that extra gadgets, to help push them. But once you get to that point, it's second nature.
Now let me ask you, and I'm going to get there. Help us, Lord. But for your fitness parties. Like, how many people do you normally have?
It started off a good number. Okay. And then over the course, it kind of
dwindled down. Okay.
Dwindled down. But you know what? I was kind of disappointed in the end because, you're thinking, you're doing something to help people. It should be full.
Right.
But I realized that, fitness is not as easy being fit and making it a lifestyle, it's not as easy as it appears.
Right. It may be easy for you.
It's easy for me.
But
and I have to realize that it takes a lot more effort for other people to commit to that.
That's right, because I'm thinking in my head now, like, where do I start?
Right.
But do you prepare your meals, like, on a daily basis? Or
I normally Sunday is my prep day because my schedule is very hectic. I leave out about 6. I have to be at the house at 7.
Okay.
And we don't get home to 9, 10.
At night. Wow.
Yes. So Sunday is my meal prep, and I try to cook at least 2 or 3 meals because I don't like to eat out a lot.
Okay.
And if I do eat out, I try to get something that's as healthy as possible. We don't do the McDonald's, we don't do the Burger Kings. We do maybe the Chick-fil-A's and Subways.
Okay.
Because
that's much better
it defeats the purpose of me
working
out if I'm not going to eat healthy. So I try to make sure that I do that, but I try to make sure my children get the necessary foods they need because we're so on the go all the time, and that helps the meal prep to make sure.
I figured, I was like, I wanted to ask that question, but I figured that was definitely one of your things to do to keep you organized.
I put them in containers and I take them to work with me because I don't like to eat late. That's another thing people do. You can't work out and still eat late.
Right. Or work out and then go to McDonald's and buy a McDouble like I did last night. Yeah.
So it's baby steps. You say okay, and you can't do it cold turkey. Some people have more willpower than others. So it's steps. So say I'm only going to eat out twice a week. And just slowly change. Because you got your son that you're thinking about. And you're trying because he'll see your habits and pick them up. Right. And that's like I said before. That's just the next generation that goes into that same way of life.
And when I'm eating wrong, he'll tell me, "Mommy, you don't need that. You need something healthy."
See?
And I told him once, I was like, keep me accountable.
Our children will. They will check us.
Absolutely.
They will check us. Sometimes we don't listen to them. We won't listen.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh my God. Or I'm like, okay, why did I tell him to keep me accountable?
Yeah. And like my children are opposite. They're like, like, Mom, you can afford to eat that. It's okay if you eat that.
That's funny.
And I'm like, what? But no, I don't want to. Because like my son's birthday was Friday, he wants me to get a cake, and that's the only time they get a cake. So he knows that. So I'm gonna get him a birthday cake. But good Lord, I'm gonna have to have some cake. Yeah. So I probably get the small cake. So that
do you do ice cream with it?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all deserve that.
So every birthday, so everybody's birthday, we get a cake. They get a cake. So it's weird because I try to incorporate what I eat, they eat.
So do you go to like Whole Foods
and that's the thing.
Farmers Market?
I don't. I go to my neighborhood grocery store.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay if you choose to do that. But I just it's not necessary to me. I'm still going to even if it's at Kroger's, I'm still going to get
what you need to get.
What I need to get.
That's true.
They have organic there. They have
that's true.
Stuff.
So we have about 5 more minutes, and I just want to say there's somebody out there that's actually struggling with their weight loss. There's somebody out there that's struggling with trying to get themselves on a regimen to eat better and have a healthy life. What would you tell that person as far as words of encouragement? What would you say to that person?
Well, the first thing you have to, if you can't do it for yourself, then you have to look at your children. You have to say, okay, like I mentioned before, I want to be around my children healthy as long as possible.
Right.
And you have to make a conscious effort to make change. It's just you have to, because I think we can prevent a lot of the illnesses that are out here if we just take charge and take back our life and take charge and take back our lives and activate a healthy lifestyle. And it's not going to be an easy process. You got to be willing to put in the time.
Right.
This didn't happen overnight. This was a process, and I struggled just like everybody else for 4 years before I said, okay, I'm going to get serious about this. And I had setbacks, but then I found the love for it. I didn't make it to the point where it was a chore. It was a part of my lifestyle.
That's it.
So you have to do it because it makes you feel good. It empowers you. You know, and working out is a stress relief. You know, it's a time when you don't have to worry about a bill. You don't have to worry about people, you know, talking to you. That's a place you can just zone out.
That's true.
And although you're having that little time, you are focusing on yourself.
Right.
And you have to do it for yourself.
That's true.
You have to. And it's baby steps, you know, and just take your time and just say you want to make change.
My girlfriend, I'm looking on Facebook, Celinda Mumphrey, she said her belly has to go. Mine's too, Celinda.
It's a process. It'll go.
Yes.
Just change your lifestyle.
Yes. And you know what I've been doing also for me, like if I want to get into something really quick, I'll do those detox teas. Now, I'm just saying, it's probably not the healthiest, but I do it.
No.
They work.
I'm sure it does. Starve yourself.
Also, I ain't going to starve. I'm going to continue.
Okay.
I'm going to just tell you that right now. And that's another thing. I'm an emotional eater. So I got a lot that I really and truly need to work on.
A lot of people.
You know, I really do.
Because it's emotional, mental.
That's it.
Financial.
Yes.
And to me, in order to have a healthy lifestyle, all of those have to be in line together.
That's right. And you know, I do the wraps. So the company that I work for, Artists International, it allows us to, you know, we do the stomach wraps and stuff like that. So all that stuff works, but at the same time, it's temporary. So what happens when you eat that next burger, then forget about it. You got that 5 pounds that you just wrapped off right back on, you know?
Right.
So
it's
definitely.
It's not an easy fix. You
it's
have
not.
to decide you want to make it a lifestyle.
Yeah, I would I totally
once you make
agree.
it a lifestyle, it'll be second nature. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. You won't feel obligated. You know, it won't be a burden.
That's right.
And
That's
you
right.
want it to be where you're doing something for the betterment of yourself.
Right. And I'm going to have to definitely start supporting you and bringing some of my friends along, and maybe we can do a early Saturday morning or something.
Support me right now.
Earlier the
have
better.
you on your show.
Yeah.
That's a star.
Oh,
I mean, that's more to me, you know. And I thought that, you know, maybe the path it's my path is just going all over the place because I didn't even think the radio. This was in the process.
Well, there's
path.
more to come.
And that's the thing. I think because I thought I was supposed to do the classes.
Right.
And I think I did a fashion show yesterday. That's totally off the radar.
And this magazine here that's sitting here, one of my girlfriends is actually, we're in the process of launching her magazine.
Oh, wow.
So you'll be under here, you'll be in the magazine from Get Fit and all that good jazz.
I'm excited.
TV show and everything else. So it's so much more to come.
You know
promise
what? And
you.
I'm okay, you know.
And if you stick with me, it's going to come. I promise you that.
And that's the thing. I'm not rushing this process. I'm just taking it day by day.
Awesome.
And enjoying the ride.
Let me say this. We have about 1 more minute left. Please tell the listening audience how they can reach you, how they can contact you, all your social media information.
Okay. My Facebook page is Muscle Mom Fitness. Which was a personal page, is not. It's Stephanie McSwine. Then I'm on Instagram at Muscle Mom Fitness 2015. And my telephone number is 442190942.
Awesome. Repeat it again for me.
404-219-0942.
Awesome. And you guys, I just want to say it was an honor to have Miss Stephanie in the studio with me on today. I hope that you were able to get something from this talk show, radio show on today. I want to say to all my listening audience, thank you so much for tuning in to the Kristle Shanell Show. I want to say a special shout out to everybody that helped me on yesterday with my Meet the Authors event. It was a success, and look forward for more to come. We're going to start doing that on a monthly basis. Celinda Mumphrey, you were awesome. You were very powerful, so I really appreciate you guys. Thanks again for tuning in to the Kristle Shanell Show. You guys be blessed. right, Periscope. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in with us on this afternoon. We had a 1-hour show, and it was very, very successful. Stephanie, anything you want to say to the Periscope listeners, audience?
Just thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you'll follow me on my Facebook page and for tips, videos, and workout. And you just, from this day forward, start activating a healthy lifestyle for yourself and your family.
Absolutely. My face is so fat, so I'm going to start today. I had a photo shoot the end of June, and I was about like 15 pounds lighter. And when you look at my pictures then compared to now, oh my God.
You know what to do. It'll come off.
Right.
Come on.
So I'm super excited. I have another photo shoot on December the 5th.
Cool.
I'm excited, but I don't know how this one's going to turn out with all this weight. But it's okay. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in again to the Kristle Shanell Show. Just want to say I love and appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Look forward to the next and upcoming interviews. I'll definitely have that posted on social media. So thanks again for tuning in, and I love you. God bless.